Good morning and welcome back, hunters, to Supernaturalist, the podcast where we dissect myths, monsters, and meaning behind supernatural. Today I'm going to step into the second to last episode of season 1, titled Salvation. This episode is more than a monster hunt. It's a spiritual war, actually. It's a reckoning between humanity and something infernal that's been hiding in plain sight. So let's explore the supernatural creatures, forces, and dark lore that drive this story, and the truth behind the yellow-eyed demon who started it all. But in demonology, that name has ancient roots, Azazel. In Supernatural, Azazel is the high-ranking demon who murdered Mary Winchester and Jessica Moore, which ignited the Winchester family's decades-long crusade to find him. He's also the architect of Sam's psychic powers and the demonic war that dominates the show's early mythology. But in real-world lore, Azazel predates Christianity. In the Book of Enoch and Leviticus, Azazel was one of the fallen watchers, angels cast out of heaven for teaching humanity forbidden knowledge, sorcery, weapon making, and the art of war. He's the being who, in ancient ritual, carried away the sins of the people, symbolized by the scapegoat sent into the wilderness. So when Supernatural makes Azazel the demon who marks families, corrupts children, and manipulates destiny, it's echoing an older myth, the idea that evil isn't random, it's taught. Azazel isn't just chaos, he's purpose, he's infection, both spiritual and hereditary. Let's continue with the psychic children, the soldiers in training. In Salvation, we see more than just another demonic killing pattern. We see the continuation of a ritual, a demonic experiment spanning decades. Every mother who dies on a nursery ceiling leaves behind an infant, and that infant, a potential weapon for Azazel. He's creating an army, gifted humans with telekinesis, empathy, visions, and mind control. He's forging a new generation of supernatural beings. Not demons, not humans, but something in between. Sam's vision in the episode connects him physically to one of those children, a baby who, like him, is being marked for destiny. It's not just a gift, it's a summons. And Azazel isn't just killing mothers, he's birthing a generation of psychic soldiers. As for the demonic lore, the hierarchies, and the marks, I'm going to break down how Supernatural portrays demonic power. In most folklore, demons exist as hierarchies, from minor tempters to infernal princes. Azazel is depicted as one of Hell's generals, second only to Lucifer himself. He commands legions, controls gateways between realms, and requires ritual sacrifice to enter our world. That's why the demon's arrival always begins with electrical interference, static on baby monitors, burning sulfur, and finally fire. Fire is important. Sulfur is the smell of brimstone, and it smells like rotten eggs. It's been associated with demonic presence since medieval times. It's the scent of the underworld, the residue of hellfire. In this episode, when Sam's vision shows the mother's nursery filling with smoke and static, it's not just horror, it's theology. It's the physical world reacting to a cosmic invasion. And what about the cult, a weapon of legend? The episode of Salvation wouldn't be complete without mentioning the Colt. In Supernatural, the Colt is a revolver forged by Samuel Colt in 1835. It's a gun that can kill pretty much anything. Demon, angel, vampire, spirit, even death himself. But is there lore behind that? Of course there is. And it's rooted in a real occult concept called talismanic weapon. In folklore, a talismanic weapon was imbued with sacred symbols crafted under celestial alignments in order to grant them power over darkness. The Colt's creation during Halley's Comet mirrors this idea, a rare astronomical event making a moment when heaven and hell were both watching. In Salvation, the cult becomes a spiritual metaphor, faith forged in fire, carried by those who have nothing left but purpose. And John Winchester, ever the martyr, wields it like a holy relic. And here we come to demonic possession and Meg Masters. Demons in Supernatural can't survive on Earth without hosts, and demons don't have to ask permission like angels. They possess humans, hollowing them out, speaking through them, and often destroying them. Meg Masters, the demon who returns in Salvation, is one of Azazel's lieutenants. Her possession of a young woman is a commentary on one of humanity's oldest fears: loss of control, invasion of self, the corruption of innocence. In biblical accounts, demons inhabit the weak-willed, but in Supernatural, they invade anyone unlucky enough to cross their path. It's a reminder that evil doesn't discriminate, it just needs an entry point. So when Meg taunts John over the phone, demanding the cult, she's not bargaining, she's luring. She knows hunters can't resist saving the innocent, and she has threatened his friends. And that's Azazel's strategy. Exploit the Winchester morality until it destroys them. Now for the symbolism of fire and salvation. Fire is pretty much everywhere in this episode. The fire that killed Mary, the fire that claims another mother in Iowa, and the fire inside Sam's visions. Fire in Supernatural lore is dual. It purifies and it destroys. It's the divine element used to test the faithful and punish the wicked. For the Winchesters, it's both a curse and a calling. Every flicker of flame reminds them why they hunt. Every spark in Sam's vision is a warning of destiny. The same fire burns inside him. When Sam saves the baby, he's not just breaking the pattern. He's symbolically putting out the fire that started their tragedy. But even as he saves one life, he realizes the fire never truly dies. So as for the town of Salvation, it's biblical irony. The town's name, Salvation, Iowa, isn't accidental. In the Bible, salvation means deliverance from sin and death. In Supernatural, it's kind of ironic. The town named for deliverance becomes the stage for hellfire. It's where destiny and irony collide. The Winchesters chasing a demon of damnation through a town meant for redemption. It's also the first time the show mirrors Revelation imagery. The three Winchesters, the cult, and the demon. A trinity of vengeance, sacrifice, and sin. So let's talk about the true monsters. What's most striking about Salvation is that the real monsters aren't just demons. They're choices as well. John, driven to obsession. Sam, consumed by visions of destiny. Dean, suffocating between them and terrified of losing both. Azazel isn't just testing humanity, he's revealing its cracks. Every demon in Supernatural mirrors something human: greed, pride, anger, loss. And that's the point. Monsters in this world don't come from hell. They come from what hell exploits in us. Now for some fun lore facts. Before we close, a few deep cuts for the lore lovers and the supernatural addicts. In early drafts of the script, the demon's name was Moloch, another ancient child sacrificing deity. Showrunners changed it to Azazel for biblical weight. The pattern of mothers dying over nurseries echoes the lore of Lilith, the first demon, who was said to kill infants in their sleep. Sam's psychic abilities were inspired by real-world reports of indigo children, a 1990s New Age concept describing kids with extrasensory gifts and dark destinies. The Colt's bullets are inscribed with the Lesser Key of Solomon, an actual grimoire of demon names. Salvation was shot with a color temperature shift. Yellows and reds dominant, representing Azazel's eyes and the fire he brings. Now for my closing thoughts. Salvation isn't about a single monster. It's about legacy. The monsters we inherit, the demons we chase, and the fire we carry trying to make it right. Azazel's not just a creature from hell. He's grief personified. The haunting reminder that sometimes what we lose defines who we become. Next time on Supernaturalist, I'll look at the season final Devil's Trap. The Winchesters' final confrontation with Azazel begins, and one of them won't make it out unscathed. Until then, hunters and supernatural lovers, keep your salt lines clean, your holy water close, and remember, salvation doesn't come without sacrifice. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this, please share it with someone else who may enjoy it. Thank you and enjoy your weekend.